Welcome to my channel. I'm new to these YouTube streets. Hi, welcome to my channel. I am going to be reviewing season 1, episode 1 of Dirty D. It is a show on Tubi about Detroit, created by Lisa Brown. I was really excited to see what it was about, so let's get into it. So in the first episode, it's just pure shenanigans. So we start off with Tiffany, who is the bar owner, or one of them, I should say. And she's talking to a man, and all of a sudden we hear gunshots, and then it fades out. We come back and we see Tiffany. I guess before that scenario happened, we see Tiffany, and she's talking to the bartender, Nikki. When we meet Tiffany, we kind of see that like she plays no games about being the boss. She kind of like makes it known that she's the boss, and like I don't know if I want that character talking to me specifically, but I do enjoy watching her on TV and like interact with other people. So then we see Brick, who is Tiffany's husband. They own a club together. He's talking to his friend Malik, and Malik is trying to get him to go in on some business venture or something, and Brick's like, no, I don't think so. Like, I'm good. So then Tiffany walks in, and Brick and Tiffany get to talking back and forth after Malik leaves, and it kind of alludes to something happened a few years ago. I'm going to assume cheating because that's what it sounds like. And according to Tiffany, that's what it sounds like to me too. So we're going to go with that. He cheated a few years ago. Then we meet Terrence. Terrence is the boyfriend of Kyra, and Kyra is going to be working at the club. So Kyra's a girl who works at the club, or is going to be working at the club, and Terrence is her boyfriend. I don't know what they are right now, actually, because they kind of got into it again. He apparently had a baby, and I can't tell if they were together, separate, whatever it was, but he had a baby in the mix of dealing with them. And I have nothing against this actor. I don't know nothing about this man or anything, but I can't stand Terrence. And maybe that's just a testament to how well written he is, because I don't think we're supposed to like him. I'm not really sure. I guess he brings the drama to the table, so I won't go in on Terrence too hard. So apparently he had a baby with a woman named Keisha, and Kyra's just kind of figure out how to navigate this. And, she's kind of focused on money right now, because Terrence is like, why are you working at this club, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, why are you asking me this? We're broke. And we're broke because you have to give money to your baby mama. Like, we can barely pay the bills. And he basically wants her to go get a job at Walmart or something or whatever. And it's like, she's in school. Like, let her go make her quick money real quick. And like she said, it's not like she was working at a strip club or anything. She's just working at a bar serving drinks. But of course, he's insecure because he's the one out there cheating. So Kyra and Brick eventually meet when she comes to the club or whatever, and they have chemistry. Like, they have a lot of chemistry, or it's written as a lot of chemistry between the two of them. It's kind of interesting. So I'm ready to see like where that kind of goes with them, because I feel like it's gonna get a little messy. What else? Oh, so Kyra has a friend named India who I love. She's so funny. She reminds me of like a genuine best friend. It's like, I'm going to tell you about yourself. Like, it's all out of love, but I am going to tell you about yourself. So we meet India. India works at the club as well. So we kind of follow a few stories of like the girls who work at the club, which I kind of think is cool, because it could have been really easy just to focus on like Tiffany and Brick a lot. But I feel like everybody's segment is like broken up like perfectly. Even Terrence, who I don't feel like he's ever on the screen too long. I feel like everything is kind of to the point. So Terrence or whatever decides to show up at the club on the opening night when Kyra's working there, and it just kind of causes a whole bunch of drama. Brick's like, what are you doing here? And then Tiffany's kind of like, why are you taking up for her? Like, this should just be any other random employee or whatever. So she's kind of confused, and she's kind of seeing something too, like I said earlier, about that chemistry that they have. She's kind of seeing that chemistry as well. So again, I'm just wondering how that like whole little triangle is going to go. What else? Oh, so we have India. India is, again, Kyra's best friend, and Tiffany has a policy of like not drinking on the job, as most bars do. Most bars, I know you can't drink on the inside while you're working. But she decides to take a few shots with the bartender, Nikki. And this is probably the craziest part of the whole episode when I knew I was going to be hooked. She's taking shots with Nikki at the request of another girl that works there, Honey. So India, I guess, slept with one of Honey's like men, because apparently, according to everybody else, Honey has a bunch of men. So it was kind of confusing as to why she was like just set on making India pay for this random dude who is, well, he's not random. His name is Money Mike, but we're going to call him a random dude for now until we flesh out his story a little bit more. So Honey's upset about that. So she has her drinking shots with Nikki. And I'm going to go ahead and assume that her drink was laced with something, because all of a sudden India's like out of it. She's like not feeling well, laying down, like sleep. And then we see this figure come in, and they're kind of like touching India, pulling her clothes off. And like all we see is kind of like the shadow. So we aren't really sure who it is. Like, I don't know if it's the bartender. I don't know if it's Honey. I don't know who it is, because it's just kind of a shadow. And it's like, it's just really messed up. You feel so bad for India and what's going on. And what's cool about India is she like kind of gets Kyra together about Terrence. And I love that. She's kind of like, why are you being there? Because early in the episode, we meet Keisha. And I love Keisha. She's so funny. Like, everybody's just written so well. It's like, you can't even be mad. Like, because it's just like, this is a character. Like, this is really a character. And it's kind of cool, because I think the people that she hires, like, you can still tell that they're like real people, and you can tell like that they're acting, if that makes sense. Like, because I feel like with some other shows, it's like, I get mad at the actor or the actress for their character. Like, I really do. It's childish, but I really do. Like, if I see you in the street, I want to fight because of something that you did in an episode. Like Penny's mom from Good Times. I will forever want to fight her. Like, I don't care how old she is. Like, once she's in the grave, like, I have not forgiven that in my soul. Like, I'm traumatized from Irons because of that. So I know how to hold a grudge against the actor and the actress, but here I don't do it. It's really cool to see like that, you know, they're trying and bringing their all to this character, to the point which you feel emotions in your soul, but you're like, you're doing a really good job of acting. And the writing, I want to talk about that too. The writing is very well done, because sometimes when you make shows like this, it could very easily be cheesy, if that makes sense. Like, very like, oh, you're inflating like what's happening, or you made them characters. These are characters versus characters of actual people, if that makes sense. And I think she just did a really good job of that. So in this first episode, we're kind of just meeting people. It'll be a little bit shorter. Eventually we'll start getting into more drama. Just want to make sure I introduced everybody. If I forgot somebody, I'll get to them to the next episode, because I'm sure we'll dive a little bit deeper. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with Kyra and Brick. I love the chemistry between Tiffany and Brick. Malik, he just seems like a little weasel to me. I don't know what it is. Like, he just seems like he's not right. Like, he was talking to Nikki, the bartender, like he was the boss at some point, and it's like, the two owners are still here. What are you doing? Like, and she knows who her boss is, but like, he plays the whole like, oh, if you don't do this, I'll go tell, and blah blah blah. Like, he just thinks he's better. But whatever. That's Malik. Yeah. I think that's everybody. Again, if I forgot somebody, I'll get to them in the next review. That one's going to be a little bit more in depth. And also, I'll have the link to my full blog review by the next episode. So that way you can see a little bit more in depth of things I was kind of talking about. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe so that you can stay updated with me. Again, the next reviews will be a little bit longer, so we can kind of talk and discuss like what you think is going to happen next and stuff like that. Thank you.